Hello friends, welcome to GST Quick Info Bytes, and today's topic is applicability of GST on goods supplied directly while being deposited in customs bonded warehouse, which is more commonly known as bond-to-bond transfer. Customs Act permits goods that have entered India to be deposited in bonded warehouse without payment of duty on filing into bond bill of entry. Later, the importer is at the liberty to either clear the goods himself for home consumption, or he is also at the liberty to transfer the ownership of such goods to another person which the goods remains deposited while the goods remains deposited in the warehouse. The taxable event in case of import of goods is goods should reach the custom barriers and bill of entry for home consumption is filed. Thus, finally, the point of levy and collection of IGST is the point when the bill of entry for home consumption is filed. GST is not leviable when goods are deposited in customs bonded warehouse are sold before clearance. The same is leviable when the ex-bond bill of entry is filed for clearing such warehoused goods for home consumption. In case A clears the goods by filing bill of entry for home consumption, then A has to pay the GST. In case A transfers or sells the goods to B while the goods are still deposited in the warehouse, and later when B clears the goods, then B has to pay IGST. Now let's try to understand how to arrive at the value of imported goods for levying IGST in case of supply of warehoused goods. The value of levy of IGST in case of supply of warehoused goods is, it is either the transaction value or sale value, or the value as determined as per Customs Act plus basic customs duty plus any other sum leviable under any law, whichever is higher. Let me take one example involving normal transaction. Let's assume A himself is clearing the goods from warehouse by filing bill of entry, and later he sells the same goods to Mr. X. Now, while A is taking the clearance of the goods from warehouse himself, A has to pay IGST. And what is the value of the goods at the point of clearance of goods by A from warehouse? It will be the value as determined by customs plus basic custom duty plus any other duty leviable. Let's assume that it sums up to 38,000. So A has to pay IGST on rupees 38,000. Let's say IGST rate is 18%. He has to pay 18% on 38,000, which comes up to 6,840. Now, if he resells this goods to X, say for rupees 75,000, so the output IGST payable on this 75,000 would be at the rate of 18% would be 13,500. He can set off the ITC, that is input tax credit of 6,840, which he had paid earlier at the time of taking clearance of the goods from warehouse. Moving on to the second situation, let's consider one more situation. In this case, A sells the warehoused goods to X at the rate of rupees 1 lakhs. X clears the goods from warehouse by filing bill of entry for home consumption, and later X resells the goods to P for rupees 1,50,000. Now, while X is clearing the goods at warehouse, X is liable to pay IGST and not A. Now, what is the value of goods in case of supply of warehoused goods? It is either the transaction value or the value as determined by customs plus basic custom duty plus any other sum leviable under any law, whichever is higher. So, in this case, transaction value is higher, that is 1 lakh. So, X has to pay GST at the rate of say 18% on 1 lakhs, which comes up to rupees 18,000. Further to this, X resells the goods to P for rupees 1,50,000 after clearing the goods from warehouse. Assume that he is selling the same to P at rupees 1,50,000. So X has to pay IGST at the rate of 18% on rupees 1,50,000, which comes up to rupees 27,000. He can set off the ITC of rupees 18,000 against this, which he had paid earlier while clearing the goods from the warehouse. Thank you, friends, for watching this video. I kindly request you to subscribe, like, and share this video among your friends. Thank you.